We back in life with your boy Pernell. This is a special tribute for my relative Pernell McKenzie. We got all type of family out here, close knit family that I grew up with. Um, I'm out here in Rocky, Mississippi, if you can find it on the map. But if you can't find that, we close to Quitman in Meridian. So keeping this shit going. Who do we have now?
Gerald Glover.
And
Antoine McKenzie.
okay, tell us who you was to Pernell McKenzie.
I was his first cousin, actually double cousin on both sides.
And you are?
Pernell was my double first cousin, mama side and daddy side.
So we got two of Pernell's family members here that are kin to him on his mother and his daddy side, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay. Joe, I say probably out of all of us, you and Landre probably was the closest to Pernell.
Yeah, we grew up doing a lot of crazy stuff together. Going sneaking over there, swimming in the pond we weren't supposed to while our parents was at work.
All,
They don't know that now, but it's too late now.
yeah, and they don't even know you guys used to build eat walk houses too.
Yeah, we used to set trap for you too.
Listen, they'll tell me that this shit's gonna fall on my head, but step right there, and I still step. But I was only like 5, 6, 7 years old. I still they tricked me, y'all. They tricked me. Now, tell me one special story that you will never forget about our cousin Pernell.
One story when they locked me out in that patio in Nero and them house, and they wouldn't let me in. I threw a brick through the window.
Oh man.
And Will tore all of them up. They were Craig and Daniel and Pernell running down running around the street. I was running back home.
So basically, you got them a free ass whooping for locking you out.
You're right. I remember that. That was funny. It ain't funny now, but it's funny.
It was funny then, huh? You're like, I'm going home.
I did. I went straight down that hill.
Now, Antoine, you the youngest out of the bunch.
Yep.
You know. So we know you in the ear of my little sister.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
and Pie Face and all the rest of them.
That's right.
But now, because they used to call me Pookie Pernell, I ain't ashamed. And I will tell y'all why. That's another podcast. Stay tuned. I will tell it all. Now, Antoine, what do you miss and what memories that is going to stick with you forever about Pernell McKenzie?
Well, man, Pernell he was more like a big brother to me, because I always was around him as a kid. He was a little older than me, like he said a while ago. And, the things he would say to me was more like a big brother. It wasn't like a cousin.
Right.
And seeing him every Sunday at church, he always played the piano.
Right.
Nobody gonna replace that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So
And listen, I don't even know when Pernell started playing the piano, but he was playing the piano when I was 6, 7 years old. So I remember that.
According to my mom, man, he was like 16, 17 when he started. Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, Dan used to play a little bit before he left and went to Colorado, and they'll start picking up after him.
Yeah, so he came right after his big brother playing the piano for our local church.
That's right.
Yep.
And what's the name of our local church? Would you mind telling us?
Mount Gilead Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay. And like I say, I'm giving you guys the good and the bad. I'm not just going to come on this podcast and give y'all all the joys of somebody's rich and famous and, you know what I mean, somebody's life there. I want y'all to understand that we deal with death as well as life. So, we giving tributes to people who are not here to even receive flowers anymore. Because my podcast is basically about giving people flowers while they're here. So I wanted to do this tribute. I wish I could have got a hold of him while he was alive, because Pernell got some stories to tell.
Oh yeah,
Believe me, I know I heard a few of them.
most definitely.
You what?
I witnessed a few of them.
So we got receipts, right?
Yeah, got a lot of them.
So, like I say, I want to give my family member the utmost honor while, we're in our time of mourning. For Pernell, we love you, baby. We're going to miss you so much. Like, you don't even realize. I don't even think when you was alive, you realized how important you was to this community, to this family, to our whole structure, you know.
Right.
And one thing I do know about the McKenzies and the Smiths, they some hardworking people. They
No doubt
work,
about it.
no doubt about it. They got out there and they grind and they grind and they grind. And they got what they wanted because it shows out here, you know. So tell me who you are again.
Antoine McKenzie, Pernell McKenzie's first cousin.
Tell us who you are again.
Gerald Glover, PERNELL MCKENZIE's first cousin.
And I am Pernell Smith, Pernell McKenzie's first cousin. Thank you guys for coming on our podcast.
Appreciate you having.
Yes. We still in life with your boy Pernell. I got all my family on here today. Well, not all. I got a few of my family on here. We giving tribute to my relative Pernell McKenzie. So we're gonna keep it going. Tell us who you are.
I'm Bailey McKenzie, and I'm Pernell's second cousin.
Okay. Tell us who you are.
I'm Jaden Jones, and I'm Pernell's second cousin.
Okay. You my little cousin, and you're my nephew.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us what Pernell meant to you.
He meant a lot to me because, like, seeing him play piano and stuff, and then, like, if I don't see that anymore, it's.
It's gonna be a big piece missing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pernell, he was a great person. I know he loved you. Did he do you like he did everybody else? Every time he see you, he had to have a hug.
Mm-hmm. He would come to me. He would say, "Where's my hug at?" And mm-hmm.
That's how you knew it was love, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right, Jalen, what's up, baby?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing good. About you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Great.
Now we got a whole lot to talk about other than Pernell, but we gonna keep this on our relative for today.
I got you.
So, tell us what Pernell meant to you.
Pernell meant a lot to me. He was always there for like the good talks and conversations on where to go in life, and like he was always like one of the problem solvers in our family. He will be truly missed. Doesn't feel the same without him. I just miss him a lot, man. I hate
Right.
that happened to him.
Well, like I say, we giving a tribute to my big relative. Well, I want to make sure he knew that he was loved. I want to make sure he knows he's gonna be missed.
Yes, sir.
I want him, to be able to look down on us and say, I'm proud of my family. You know what I mean? My words meant something to everybody. You know what I mean? So, Pernell was like into sports a little bit, as far as I know. But have he gave you any advice on what you got going on as far as your career in sports?
Um, he really just wanted me to stay consistent, and if I want it, just go get it. That's basically all he told me. Whatever I want, just go get it.
And are you applying that in life?
Yes, I actually am putting in the work. I'm going to college this summer, and we work out all summer.
Right.
See what it take me.
Well, we all know that he's looking down on each and every last one of us. So pay attention to what y'all doing, because then you got another person looking down on us. So we want to make sure he's proud of everything we doing. So Pernell, I hope you are proud of me. I hope you know that I love you. I hope you're proud of everybody in the family because we're gonna keep your name going. You know, we're gonna keep your legacy alive. We're gonna make sure your baby's okay. We're gonna do everything we can for your mom and your dad and your sister. And we're gonna do stick by your brothers like always as brothers. Now, before we end this podcast, is there anything you guys want to just say, uh, just to Pernell? Just if you had something you just wanted to say to him, as if he's looking, talking to us right now, what would you say to him as your last words?
I love you.
What would you say?
I love you, and then I would give him like a hug, just like a goodbye hug or something.
Okay. And I would be like, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for giving me the wisdom that you done gave me through the years. Um, thank you just for just being a part of our whole family organization. Now, we going on and on and on. We in the next one. Pernell McKenzie, we miss you, baby. This is a whole tribute to you. So we gonna make sure we get you out there like you need to be, like a king. Now, who do we have next?
Hi, I'm Altisha Glover, and I'm Panera's cousin.
No, she got
She
her
got
own
one.
mic.
I am Brooklyn McKenzie.
You're Brooklyn McKenzie. And who are you to me? You're Pernell's cousin as well? Okay. Now, don't worry about it. Because this is why we doing it. So we can just be real about everything, right? Okay. Now, I'm gonna start with you, okay? Now, don't be scared because the cameras ain't even rolling. It just look like it. Now, what did Pernell mean to you?
He mean like
Yeah, put the mic to your face though.
he mean like an uncle to me.
He was like an uncle to you? Yeah. So you gonna miss him very much, huh? Yeah. And we all gonna miss him. So do you remember a story about Pernell that you can tell us? Tell us a story that you remember.
After church, he always tells us to give him a hug.
Every Sunday after church, he had make sure y'all hug him. And he let you guys know that he love you, huh? And he did love you guys. So you always remember that, okay? That's why he was the way he was with you guys. Now, Tisha, you didn't call me in Virginia.
I did get, sure did. Been around.
Sneaking around in Busch Gardens.
Yep, sure did.
Now, you and Pernell, y'all was close. Y'all, I mean, as far as the older people in our family like Kim and you and Gerald, you know, and Landre. So y'all like pretty much all the same age because I'm like 2-3 years under you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are all, you know, around the same age. Tell us something that you and Pernell, something that you know you and Pernell had that none of the other family had, or you know, that type of connection.
Well, I can't say there's a connection that no other family had, but when we were younger, they had a 4-wheeler, and then beside their yard, we used to jump over the hill on the 4-wheeler,
Right.
and then he hurt his leg and tried to hide it. So we tried to cover for him because we didn't definitely not supposed to be jumping the hill with this 4-wheeler, but
That's
some of the things that we
waiting to happen.
yeah, and we didn't want that, and that's something we didn't want. So I mean, it's a lot of younger stuff that we'll miss about him, younger memories that I had. So he will be really missed around here.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't stay here, I mean, I moved away, but I remember seeing him last summer when I was here for the family reunion, and you know, he's gonna be missed, and it's still kind of hard to believe. So
Yeah. Well, I was in Miami when I heard the news, and I was lightweight in the argument. So I still, it took me a while to even register that he had passed away. You know, because I was dealing with anger at the time, and then just hearing that, I kind of I blew it off because I didn't really want to think about it at that moment
Mm-hmm.
in that space and time. So for me, it wasn't real, you know.
It
And
still ain't real. I
well,
mean, I know it happened, but it just doesn't seem real.
right,
Even after
right,
being there, seeing everything,
right.
it just don't seem
Because
real.
it's just, I mean, we all young and we all like, you know, anytime there's a death in our family, it takes a grave
So,
toll on all of us, you know, collectively and individually as a family. So I know that he's gonna be so missed. Like, you know, it's just for me, it's just like irreplacements. You know, like it's just things about him that, you know, I ain't gonna never be the same. Ain't gonna never be able to happen again. The words like he speak, you know,
oh
his
yeah.
laugh, his smile, you know. I remember how Pernell used to shoot a jump shot. You know what I mean? He had a little roundabout way that he reel up to shoot. So I just remember just all type of aspects about him
Yeah.
that's gonna make me just, you know. But one thing we do know, he gave us so many joyful moments that I know for sure that they override any of the negative, anything, thoughts or whatever that we have about him.
True. That is true.
I've been giving a tribute all day to my relative Pernell McKenzie. Um, he was a great pillar of the community. You know, he was in the church. You know, he played the piano for the church. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he did a lot of building for the community, for people, for the family. You know what I mean? So he was what our town would call an asset.
Totally agree. 100.
And
It,
just like earlier, I'm not gonna keep it no different. I once again have a relative on here. Um, tell us who you are.
well, y'all know me as Lariga Smith, aka Mert. That's what I am. You know, that's what everybody know me by.
Yeah, we do know you by
Oh,
Merc.
Mert.
Merc,
What's up with you?
what's up, baby? Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, I'm finna go on and break it for you today. So I hope you got those questions ready for me.
Man, I do.
Ooh.
So we're gonna start out like this. Tell us what Pernell meant to you.
Man, so many ways you can start that question. You know what I mean? For as a cousin, a brother, a friend, or just someone to give you that positivity to try to help you get to the next places of where you're trying to go in life. And that's what meant a lot to me because what a lot of people didn't know, you know, throughout what I call my successes, you know, he was always there
Right,
to kind of tell me like, hey man, I like what you're doing.
right,
No matter what, you keep going. Keep that dog in you,
right.
you know. So I'm gonna miss a lot of that because sometimes it's hard, you know, to talk to people when you want to share this success
Right.
without them looking at it, you know, sometimes a different way, you know. But he was always there to tell me, hey, Mert, man, I like what you're doing.
Beautiful soul.
Man, past that, you know.
And
But
what
yeah,
and me and you didn't have like we had conversations, man. You know what? I just wanted to tell you on here, man. I never really had the chance to tell my family, everybody that was on here, everybody that wasn't on here. I love you.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? And I don't got no problem letting the world know I love my family. You know what I mean?
Same
Even the
here.
ones who there robbed and stole
Yep.
from me, and you know what I mean, and lied on me and then did me bad.
Yep.
I still love you, baby.
Yep.
Cause you know, some shit we can't get back.
I agree.
And
You know.
my podcast is called In Life. And I want the world to know that we deal with all aspects of life. We ain't just dealing in just success.
That's right.
You know, like, I'm gonna give it to you like Pimp C said.
Yeah.
He said, we can't give you all the glam and glory of the game and and tell you all about the riches and the bitches and you know what I mean, you know, the cars and the jewelry and shit, you know, without giving you that
The
you could be
truth.
behind them bars. Your kids could be coming to visit their daddy, you know, locked up. You know what I mean? Or you could be dead and your kids and your family coming to visit you at your gravesite.
I agree 100%. Even behind that, you know, a lot of people don't know, and maybe some, you know, I always have been somewhat what they would say a God fearing person. But my way of showing it has never been the way that the world say this is how you should show it.
So you God fearing, but move as if you not. There's credit, asset, and then there's hard cash. You know what I mean? So gold, silver, diamonds, platinum, shit like that. Invest in that because those are assets.
I agree, you know what I mean? I agree, you know.
But
It,
learn how to fish.
fish,
Learn
it,
how to hunt.
hunt,
Learn how to motherfucking grow crops.
grow crop.
Uh, it's very hard to have a green thumb. Very hard.
But I also think, you know, outside of the material things, I think you have to be mentally prepared for something like that more than physical. I think you have to be within your mind has to be have stored up and able to you know what's the word comprehend to do things at that time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to always go back to it, but I do have to go back to it. I'm not like what you would call a religious person, but I think the world works by principles.
Right.
You feel what I mean?
Right.
And I think you should have a plan in life. Just like the things that you say, you know, people need to hear this. Like credit. I mean, what happens when you can't go into the bank?
Right.
What happens when they shut off your credit card?
Right.
Okay, let's even say this. What happens if the bank stay open and you got credit, but you can't get your hands on no food? What happens then when credit can't do you no good?
Right.
When that's what we were mentioning, like it could be good to have a piece of land and and grow a piece of crop. Cause back then, the people that had the land, they
Them
rented
was the millionaires
they even rented lands to other people to
to
grow
grow
their
crop.
crop. And
Yeah.
the smooth thing about it, they was like what we did when we did for the people back
Half and
then.
half.
Yep. Hey, you give me this portion to me for being on my land, and you
Mm-hmm.
get the rest. And the thing about it, you know, we experienced these things as a kid. Even I think about one of the scriptures where it was talking about something in the Bible, like he can give you things pressed down and shaking over, running over, overflowing will be poured into you. I remember, man, I know you remember, we used to have them big old croaker sacks.
Yeah.
And how that worked when we was little. You know what I mean? You remember them old dusty croaker sacks?
Man, we used to think about that shit.
But hey, man, look, think about this.
And then Memo will come down and press him.
That's what, look, I'm finna get to it. You remember when we used to fill up them big old croaker sacks to the top?
And we just spent 4 hours doing this.
But remember, we used to tell Granny now, we finished.
We finished, baby.
And you know, and Granny them, I remember Granny come down there one time, we told we finished. Guess what he did to that croaker sack? Exactly what you said. He took his hand and pressed that thing out. It was like, man,
we went down to ground zero. Like, we started all the fuck over. Hey, this was in the day and age where we had gristles and not backbones. Because when we told our
I be feeling those aches and pains now.
Yeah. You know, it's real now. We got
real
now.
It's real right now.
Yeah, and we still gotta pretend like it don't hurt.
There was people that, you know, either was in the community or just friends that I know, and some of them just say for example, just like a regular trailer. I would still go out there and then, you know, and they couldn't afford to pay me, so I would pull this expensive piece of equipment there, do a job for $100, probably cost me $80 to do it, and walk away with 20. But over time, I was seeing how these people were just so thrilled about, like, I would take that time out to come so far with that and to do it. And as I got, you know what I'm saying, you know, as the years went by and started getting more and more work, say commercially, bigger stuff, I never switched up on those people. I always went back. I remember the times I would do a job for $20,000 and have to be back at work early in the morning for them same people for that $100, because I always wanted to let them know, like, it
How
was
important
big. They was that important to me, and they always looked forward for me coming year after year, and just to have those conversations and that knowledge of these people that was giving me really turned me into what I would say some of the success I have today. So even to this day, I still do these people houses from I was doing when I first started, and I never went up on them. I can do a big job. I could go do a large hotel, and I'll still show up at $100 job 7 o'clock in that morning when I told those people, because they meant more to me than some of the bigger job or some of the money that I made. Just especially the conversation and the motivation of saying you keep doing what you're doing. It meant a lot to me. So that's some of my success right there.
Hey man, you give yourself a round of applause, dog.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, pour up a drink, baby, and we gonna clap to this shit. We gonna clown on this shit, man. If you didn't gravitate to, I'm good. If you didn't gravitate to what he just said, please rewind this and go back, man. Put the mic down, man. Give yourself a pat on the back, brother, because you know I'm proud of you, dog. You know I'm proud of you.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you, dog, and you don't gotta say much. You know, because
action speaks louder than words.
It do. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm like 2-3 years older than you. But we all grew up the same age.
Yep.
On the baseball field, on the playground and shit,
Yep.
you know, fighting on the school bus. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And on my mama though, we always had each other back.
Ah, man, no matter
We
what.
always kept each
You
other.
know, that's the thing. The
Yeah,
crazy thing back in the days, man.
yeah.
We can be fighting
And
somebody.
hey, and I'm gonna tell you what. Because this happened more than once. If we fighting a family, and one of you older relatives jump in, Pernell come to see about you,
Or my brother. They
or
hey,
Dre.
yeah, they gonna
Yeah,
come in.
and you was gonna eat 3 times a day,
Hey man, and you gonna eat 3 times a day.
easy.
But man, that I think I put a little bit to that's why, the success that I kind of see today is because of what my grandparents and them instilled in that hard work. You know what I mean? Go get it. You know what I mean?
Right,
To have a granddaddy, that can teach you that, and a grandmama that can teach you those skills and those things in life. It goes a long way.
right,
It took me. I mean, it took me places that I never thought that I would ever go without having those skills. You know what I mean?
right,
So I'm very thankful to be raised in a community where all your family was there. That was very rare. You know what I mean?
very rare.
And then, I had a mama too. She didn't. Hey, she didn't let you get out of line too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I contribute a lot of that to just the way I was raised.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get you on live set up here because we gonna put you in.
Oh yeah.
We gonna put you in. Um, Merk,
Talk to me.
can you give us a little just a little insight on the steps that one would have to take to be successful, in your opinion?
You know, like again, that question can go a long ways, but I will answer that question based on where I'm at today in life.
Right.
You know, and my success that I think, well, I know will have to be to the Almighty, man, because I feel like you know He had a plan and a purpose for my life outside of my understanding until I'm coming into that understanding in people,
Right.
you know. But like I say, I go back to just being around the people that I was around, grew up. Like you know, Renzo.
R.I.P. to Renzo, man. We love you, dog.
Yeah,
We love you.
Renzo.
Hey, Lorenzo though, boy, that boy was
Man,
hey
Renzo. Yeah.
on everything though. Before Lorenzo graduated high school, he had over $100,000. You wouldn't believe me. He was riding around. What kind, he had a
BMW.
BMW in high
Yo,
school that he gave to his little sister, right? To April.
there it was either April or his mama.
No, he gave that little red BMW to April.
Okay.
That's when he went and got that damn truck. That's the truck.
I think he had like a Denali or something.
Denali.
Yeah.
Fresh out of high school, y'all.
Man, Renzo been doing it, you know
Hey,
what I mean, a long time. Intelligent.
and on top of that, man, he'll beat your ass.
Ooh.
You couldn't catch him in football because he ran like a 4.0 flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, now listen, man. These people don't even believe me when I say we do this shit right here because it's installed in us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We go, you know,